Alright folks, we're back. What I told you before, we're going to try to do the same idea with the mountain man, with the branch guy. And we're going to make a branch guy series. This will be the Santa. So what I decided to do is, I'm going to take this piece that's a little bit longer, okay? And we're going to put his face right in here. So the first thing we need to do is what we did here, we trimmed out the white portions of where we wanted the face. So this is just going to be a Santa with some eyes. It's not going to be the hobo Santa. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for a clear piece, which seems to be right in here. So we're just going to, well, first let's put the where the eyebrows are going to go first. Okay, let's do that first. Alright, the same idea as what we did with the mountain man, but a little bit different. Alright, and we're going to paint him as well when we get done. So we're going to go a little bit deeper. Alright, I'm going to notch it down, turn it a little bit on this side, and a little bit on this side. Alright, so there's the bridge of our nose. Now the hat is going to be up here, and we're going to put a little design up here later. We might even incorporate this at the top. I haven't thought of that yet. So when we get to that and I decide it, I'll let you know. Kind of going to create this as we go here. Alright. And the faces are basically the same with some variations. This one here we put a chin on him. We're not going to do that. We're going to put a full beard underneath because he's a Santa. So let's see here. Let me think of how I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to trim this all out now. Okay, we're just going to take this. We're just going to trim some of this out, and we're going to take this pretty long down here. So, and then we're going to have a little pudgy nose in there. Alright, we might just have his face, the Santa face. You can do a Santa with a body if you want. It's really as creative as you want it to be. Alright, but as always, make sure you have your carving glove and we're going to go out this way a little bit. Now, don't forget folks, we have our Lancaster show coming up next month. I will be there for sure, Saturday and Sunday. June the 5th and 6th, and it seems to be every year it's a weekend after Labor Day. Okay, it's not Labor Day weekend, just so that you know that. We're going to trim this up a little further. We're not going to go too far because I haven't decided how I'm going to do this yet, but I know how I'm going to do the face. We'll do that first, and then we'll worry about the hat last. So we have this curved a little bit as you see it, okay, right now. And the other thing is, what we're going to do here is we're going to distinguish where the nose is. I had one that was sharpened here some time ago. There we go. Alright. We're going to just put a little, I'm going to put a line down the center because I need some kind of idea where the center line is. Okay, we're going to cut a little more off over here, but okay, that just gives me a reference point. You know, I like to have a reference point. So what we're going to do is we're just going to notch this out and notch this out. I'm going to go a little wider this time. Okay, and we're going to put the bottom of his nose just about there. Okay, we're going to notch that out first. And that just consists of going straight down. Now, you don't want to go too crazy with it right now because you can make that deeper a little bit later. But we're going to just do right underneath the nose only. Okay, and we're going to push that in there quite a bit. There you go. We don't want to extend it too far out from where the nose is. Once you get a concept of how to do these faces, you can do a lot of different ones. Okay, so what we're going to do is from either side of the nose, we're going to just take our our knife to go straight down one side and down the other. Alright, just like so. And I'm going to extend this out a little bit further, okay? See how I pulled this out and around? We're just going to scoop that out. Go along that nose first, and then scoop that out a little bit. We're going to just go down and around there. Just see how we have that? Okay? Do the same thing over here. Come up and around. I'm going to turn this around so we can go the other way. Okay. And because this is a Santa, I'm going to really bring those eyes down a little bit further. You know, have that eyebrow down a little further. Right there, and I want to just share this with you, right here where the nose and the eye meet, okay, right up the corner, the bridge of the nose, it's going to really be your deepest point. So, we just want to dig that out. We're going to dig this out over here yet. And again, I'm going to extend this just a tad further. A little bit further, just like so. Alright. So we got a good beginning, so we have pretty well where his eyes are going to be, but we're going to dig this out a little further. We got a little bit of time here, so I'm going to keep going here. We're going to really make that distinct there. We're going to keep digging that out. Try to have a nice clean cut when you're doing it. Make sure that your knives are sharp, folks. You don't want your knives dull when you're working with this. I'm going to make a little bit of a, see how I turned it up there, just like I do on my regular Santas. I'm going to make that a little bit of a turn up there at that corner. It just needs to be a little bit of a circular. Okay, and we're going to go down, just like that. Alright, just like that. Alright. You know, these faces will all look a little different. No matter how many Santas I do, folks, I can't copy one to the other. Same thing with this mountain guy. If I'd really like to do another one exactly like it, guess what? It's not going to happen. Now, there are some carvers that can do things verbatim. I certainly can't, and I think that's part of the joy of doing things with, you know, handwork, that you never get it quite the same. It's always going to be a little bit different. Alright, so I know I've got a real stubby little nose there. We may have to go up a little further here. Alright, I see we're almost out of time, folks. I'm going to come right back. Let me shut this off and we'll come right back.